What is going on, Reefing fam? March here. This is Fragbox TV, which, if you don't already know, is a television show which follows the craziness of what happens in our store here, located in, actually very beautiful today, very sunny. Look at this. Like, what is it today, Jonathan? 30 degrees? It's hot. It's very nice. This is lovely Toronto, Canada. Okay, this is not the Weather Network. This is a show. This is a TV show. And, oh, hold on. Before we get into it, check out these clams. Some really nice crocillas, beautiful crocillas, and some monster maximas. Oh yeah, we just got in some new corals from Australia. Technically, these are not a coral. Look at this. I love when they close. Whee! These are really big too. We're talking like 5-6 inches. Okay, sidetrack out of the way. You guys know, very intense ADHD. We're gonna work our way through this magic here, some fresh new corals. And we've done a lot of these videos, so maybe you're used to them, maybe you're not. Go back and watch the other ones. I'm gonna try and stay somewhat organized and go like this and meander through them and kind of talk to you about what came in and which pieces really stand out. Zoanthids, I love zoas. Oh man, and these are blue, which is really unusual. You know what? I think I want to shoot today with the white light. I think so. Actually, maybe we'll start with the filter and then we'll switch over to white light, because we run Radeon Gen 4 XR30s here in the store, and I think sometimes with the white and the camera, it'll really pick up the color of the corals. Check out these torches, very nice. Australia is definitely known for having some of the nicest torch corals. We did order some gold, Australian gold. They didn't ship well, which is kind of, I hate to say it, kind of normal. They don't ship well. We got 3 or 4 in, and I don't even have one left to show you. These just came in 2 days ago. So they're looking really good, but lots of nice torches. And I think what we're gonna do this time, because usually we go and frag them up into single heads, I'm gonna leave them alone. I'm not gonna molest them. I'm gonna let them be, and I'm gonna offer them as you see them, like this, a little bit bigger. The tanks are super clean. Hold on, let me just toot my own horn before we go any further. See how like nice and clean everything is, and there's no detritus or aptasia or things on the bottom. I like things clean. It looks nice, the presentation, and we just made these new racks. When I say we, I mean I stayed here very late building and fabricating these just to stay organized, and it helps us when we're packing orders, and also helps you guys know exactly what you're getting, so that if you order number 37, you're gonna get number 37. Okay, ADHD is strong today, but like I said, we're gonna keep them a little bit bigger. I'm gonna keep them just the way they are, purple and greens. If you see something in the video that is not immediately available on the site, it does take us a couple weeks to work through it, price it, photograph it, get it up there. So just, you can screenshot it maybe and just shoot us an email. It's fragboxcorals@gmail.com. This guy didn't fare so well. You kind of see the heads over here. That's not really a good sign. That's bleach. He probably will come back. What I'm going to do later today is actually mount it this way. So I'll grab a plug. Actually, I'll do it right now. Let me go do it and I'll show you what I mean. Okay, there we go. Mounted him. The magic of YouTube. Done. He's got a much better chance of surviving if he is facing upright, the way he wants to face. We don't want them on their side like that one. I'm gonna work my way through. I just got a bunch of super glue on my hands just for you guys. This is kind of a funky one. So this is torch, but sometimes we get them like almost like spaghetti, like they're super thin. Different torches, different types of tentacles, different lengths. Some of the nicer ones, they stay short. These ones get really long, and they stay really skinny, if that's yeah, that's the word I'm gonna use, skinny. Over here, we're gonna move on to some elegance coral. Now, I find elegance easy to keep. I've never really had trouble with it. When I read online, it's sort of hit or miss. What do you guys think? Elegance, easy, not easy? These ones are cool because they got the pink tips, a little bit on the smaller side. So when I do order from Australia, I do actually ask for smaller corals, and they've told me that I'm one of the only customers that requests small corals. And why is that? Because we ship a ton of, not a ton, the majority of what we're selling is getting shipped, and it's quite tricky to ship. You know, if I don't request small ones, they're gonna send me 11, 10, 9-inch massive elegance corals. They're hard to ship, they're hard to throw in bags, and there's not that many customers looking for pieces that are, you know, the size of your hand. Like, look at these flower pots. These are enormous. These are about a foot across. Check this one out. This one too, massive, just massive pieces. So it's a little bit trickier to sell. This makes a really good candidate for fragging, because I can make a ton of frags out of that. Elegance coral, I try not to frag them. I know people do, and I've seen a lot of the coral shows. If in the States, we tend to go to most of the Reeferpaloozas. Very, very common to Frag Elegance. I just don't. I feel bad cutting them, so I don't. But look at this one. Perfect size. If someone's got a small tank, maybe you have a Studio 12 aquarium in your house. What's that? It's coming soon, July 27th. They'll land in Vancouver, and then we're going to come over here on a truck, and they're almost ready. And if you were lucky enough to win, I think the first 5 or 10, we just gave them away just because we love you guys. But we'll talk about that in another video. Check out this over here. This, I'm going to wait actually for the white light. This bubble coral, not looking so hot. You guys know I will show you the good and the bad, and this is definitely as bad as it gets. Can we save it? I don't know. I'm going to ask Jonathan. Maybe an iodine dip and run it through the bandsaw. We might be able to save 2 little pieces there. We'll see. The plate coral. The plate coral are the nicest part, I think, of this entire order. The really the showpieces on this order. Long tentacle plate corals. Check this one out. And I'm going to try not to make you dizzy, but I'm going to walk over to one of our other tanks. This is what we call T3. If you ever hear us in the store like, hey man, I think it's in T3, that's our weird inside lingo. T1, tank 1, tank 2, tank 3, NFS, not for sale. I don't know why I'm telling you guys this stuff. Okay, check out these plate corals. Bam! Hello. True yellow. These are really, really nice. And I think it's a nice size too, because plate corals can get quite large. Oh, Steve, hello, our mascot. If you guys haven't met Steve, he's been here in the store for, it's gotta be 7 years now. About 7 years we've had him. Somebody brought him in and gave him to us. But really, really nice sizes and very cool colors and all really healthy. I think all in all on this order, there's 200 and something pieces. Oh, hold on, before we go over there, look, even more. Lots of plates. Lots, really, really healthy. Perfect for smaller tanks. I think out of 200 pieces, we lost 5, which is really good. Maybe the bubble coral, maybe ahead of this torch, but 5 on 200 is excellent. These guys definitely know how to ship the corals. Okay, the Lobos. Look at these Lobophilias. Some pretty crazy colors. Tia, I wish she was here today, but she's off camping this weekend, or she would tell you about all the Blastos she loves, because she's crazy about Blastos. Ah, this leather hasn't opened yet. Another Lobo. Outstanding color. Aggressive. So one thing to keep in mind with Lobos, they kind of look like open brain. I think they are kind of brain coral. Lobophilia? I think it's a sort of brain coral, but aggressive. So you need a little bit of room. You see what I do is I space them out here in the tank. So I'll go like aggressive, non-aggressive, aggressive, non-aggressive. So when I'm saying aggressive and non-aggressive, if you don't know what I'm talking about, they have stinger tentacles and they can actually kill each other. So I try and space them out so that we don't run into that kind of coral warfare. The Cyanarinas, also really cool, very nice flower pots. And then the Blastos, check these out, candy apples, non-aggressive. These are kind of like acants. They don't grow terribly fast, but they're beautiful and easy to keep. This one, not looking so hot. Some cool Favias. Or this is probably Goniastria. I think most people call it Favia. Even this, we would just call this Favia a lot of times. And same with this one. This one is outstanding. We would call that a Favia. But technically, it's a Platygyra. If you really want to get into the Latin names, this is actually Platygyra. Very nice Bower Banky. This one is pink. So some blue polyps. And I'm in love with this piece right here. The Cyanarina. It's kind of like white, blue, green with a little bit of gold in the middle. It's so fluffy, so puffy. I just want to pet it. Oh, the flow is coming on. You know what? Actually, I'm going to give you one more sidetrack. Something I'm going to install and do a video on very soon are these for our Apex. So Adaptive Reef makes these really cool. If I can open the box. Switches. If you don't have an Apex, I'm sorry. This is the video commercial. That's not it. That's an alarm. This one, actually here, made in Canada. You can buy them on BRS. We don't have them on our site. Actually, maybe we should. Okay, toggle box. They're freaking awesome. So turn on feed mode on your Apex. Check this thing out. It looks like it is for an airplane. You flick this up. Isn't that cool? And you can turn off your pumps, your skimmer, your lights, whatever. You need an Apex to use it. So if you don't have an Apex, then you don't know what I'm talking about. But today's video intermission is brought to you by Adaptive Reef. I'm actually really excited to hook that thing up. I have this old school controller, so I've got to press this and wait for feed mode A for the flow to go off. So instead of doing that, I'm going to be able to Pew! Flick a switch. Okay, what else can I show you? Let's keep going through this. Hello, yellow eye coal tang, one of my favorite fish here in the store. Amazing, amazing algae eater. Those, I got 2 of them in here with some sailfins. They keep the tank extra clean. This is probably our cleanest bed out of all of it, all our tanks. Then that one, the fox faces there do a really good job. And same with whatever kind of tang is. These son of a businessmen over here, the ones in this tank, I'm actually about to get rid of them because they're absolutely useless. They just fight. And where are they? They're hiding. There's 2 yellow tanks, 2 or 3. So if someone wants a quarantine healthy yellow tank, they're not going to be cheap. I've had them for many years, but they don't eat a lot of algae. If you just want a nice looking fish, the Taminis do a better job. But I'm going to swap them out for an army of sailfins. Let me show you some of the acanthos. Actually, these came on our last shipment. These are not Australian. These we've had for a while. I think they're on sale on the site as well. We just got these in as well, some blue tip anemones. This guy is in heaven, anemone heaven. These look like absolute shit right now. So they're kind of like brown, a little bit of red, nothing spectacular. You will not believe what these are going to look like in 2 to 3 months. The colors that come out of these chalices, I couldn't even give these away. Like if I put these on the site for 20 bucks, nobody would take them. And 2 months from now, they're going to go for a lot more than that. This is something I haven't had in a while either. Dragon Soul Favia. I don't know why. We just haven't had any of these in quite some time. We got some new Christmas tree worm rocks, but they're being shy. They haven't made their way out yet. I actually haven't seen them a little bit, maybe right there. Maybe just being a little bit camera shy. We have one actually in our reefer, and the thing is just bomb. Let me show it to you really quick. Because if you're still watching this far in, chances are you're one of our reefing fam that watches the videos to the end. So I'm going to keep going. I'll make this one a little bit longer just for you because you've welcomed me into your house or on your phone or computer, wherever you're watching from. Christmas tree worm rock. Isn't that cool? I'm in love with this thing. I usually don't like things on the sand bed, but I made an exception for this piece. Yeah, I have some weird, oh, what's that on the sand bed? I lied. I don't know what it is. Something about corals on the sand bed. I understand open brains and sinarinas and stuff like that. It doesn't make sense to put them on the rock, but something about having the sand bed just clean and then the rock littered with corals. It's just a weird personal preference that I have. Okay, I took the filter off the camera because some of the colors just pick up a little bit nicer without. This is really cool because it's 2 Goniastrias, but they're both growing on one rock. Look at these 2 funky neighbors. Some pagoda, I think it's pagoda, cup coral, something like that. It's pretty funky. Look at this chalice here. This one too. What Mother Nature decided to make. Isn't that neat? Very nice. I'm probably going to keep this piece. So usually from every order, there's one that I'm going to keep. It might be this, maybe a piece of sun coral. We have some solitary sun coral. I think they go by the Latin name Balanthophilia. Correct me if I'm wrong. We got about 3 or 4 of them. See, you need the white light to appreciate the blue. This is actually quite rare. Like we have a lot of zoas in stock, but not like this. I can show you a few. See, these are some of the varieties we're growing here in the store. None of them are blue like that. None. Those are really cool. All in all, very nice shipment. Super healthy, which is for me the most important. Except, actually, I spoke too soon. Okay, hold on. This is that leather I wanted to show you. I don't know what it is. It's kind of like yellowish, maybe a Nepthia, maybe not. But it's a good candidate to get added to our leather tank. Some of the acros, so we haven't had this in a while. It's large, wild Australian acros. They came in a little rough, a little bleachy. They take almost a month, sort of like what I was talking about over there with the chalice. They just need time to recover from the stress of shipping, and then they're going to end up being really nice. So I see some strawberry shortcakes in there. I was hoping for some ice fire enchilada, none on this order, but most important is they're not peeling, they're healthy, so I don't mind that they don't have color. This is very common actually from Australia. Like, check out this guy. If I show you this in 4 weeks, you will not believe that it's the exact same piece. This is gonna, I've gotten this one in many times before. This is gonna turn the craziest deep pink with sort of blue tips. It's gonna get nuts. It just needs time to heal, and like I said, very common when we bring in from Australia, just because the flight is so long. It has to go Brisbane, I think, over to Hong Kong to Vancouver, Vancouver to Toronto. It takes 4 flights, it takes almost 2 days, so just needs time to hang out, do its thing. Color will come back, and then they're gonna look absolutely incredible. Usually I will not bring in wild acro like this in the winter months. I've had very, very poor success. It's just too cold. So summer months is really the only time that you'll see them come in. And these clams, man, really, really nice. Look at the size of them. Just massive. I think we're gonna wrap up today's episode. It's Saturday. It's quiet in here. If you guys like this one, give me one of these. What was I gonna say? Give me a thumbs up or subscribe to the channel, or don't, you know, up to you. But we will be back here very, very soon. And don't forget, we are coming to Anaheim. I haven't decided where we're gonna hang out. I think it's probably gonna be the Ecotech booth or Aqualumination or somewhere with BRS or somewhere there. What do you think, Tiggs? Which booth? We'll pick one and we'll let you guys know. So if you're in Anaheim at Reefapalooza, you can come and find us. Thanks for watching this episode. Thank you very much for everything. Bye guys, have a nice day.